Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for dropping by. And today, I was going to talk about protein powder, but I had so many questions sent to me that I thought I would probably answer them. Take a few minutes because every time I answer these questions in some of my videos, they tend to extend over 25 minutes and I lose a lot of time. So I thought I'd combine all of them and answer all of them at once. Um, so you know, so far previously, what we have looked at? We've looked at incomplete protein versus complete protein in one of our videos. Then we took a look at how much proteins you need every day, depending on our body size and our age and our system. We reviewed energy bars, the ingredients in them, to see what would be probably the best energy bar for us, depending on the activity and what we look at for sugar and all. And the next video right after this, I'm going to talk about all the different types of protein powders. And, you'll see that they're not all made equally. Many experts may suggest or tell you that, you should get this protein from your whole food source that you eat every day. And you know what? They're right. If you eat proper every day, you should be able to find every gram of protein that you need for the size and weight and age that you are. But the protein supplements, protein powder supplements, may be something easier to, take with you or, take those amino acids on the go, like they would say. If you're taking a bike ride, you're 3 or 4 hours away from home because you're taking a long walk with your spouse or your husband, out in the woods, or doing whatever your best outside sport is. It just makes it easier as much as for those energy bars. These products are everywhere today. They're in shopping markets, they're drugstores, and even you could buy them all online. And believe it or not, 90%, that freaks me out when I read this, 90% of the athletes that take protein supplements, a very, very, very low percentage of them even consult to make sure that they're taking the proper quantity of proteins in their products. That's scary. It's like, hey, guy, aren't you on a national or Olympic team? I would imagine that they would have somebody following them, but you won't. So before I start, subscribe, like, hit that bell for notification whenever I'll post a video. You guys are going to be notified. Subscribe, help this channel grow. That's the only way. And by hitting the like, I know that I'm in the right direction when I'm posting these videos. So much appreciated. So without any ado, let's go forward and look at the first question. There's, it's about meat and vegetarian, all that put together. Had so many questions on it. I'll try to sum it up really quickly because I got so much time I want to spend on this. As of 2020, there's no scientific proof that eating no meat is bad for your health. Yes, meat has a complete protein, all the amino acids, if you remember what that is. I've explained that in my previous videos, which are basically the building blocks for our body and muscles, organs, hair, eyes, skin, everything. And very rich in zinc, iron, B12. And we are aware that vegetables, only when you're eating vegan, there's no B12 found in them. So that's when it becomes important to become or supplement yourself in B12, not to have long-term memory issues, which could be a byproduct of not having enough B12, like chronic neurological issues, demonic, like Alzheimer's, and things we won't get into. Second question was hormones. Yes, all meat has hormones through eating plants or grains or whatever they are. And as it comes for synthetic hormones in Canada, I'm not speaking for the US, I'm speaking for Canada. That's the ones I know the law of. it's against the law to use synthetic hormones, for poultry, bird, cow, pork. Yes, at the beginning, some growth hormones may be given to the cow, but the amount is so low that it hardly even compares to our own body. So something that you guys have asked me about, so it's not that bad. It's like there's very little hormones, so that's good. I'm not sure about the US. I can't answer for that. I really haven't done the research on that. I just know for Canada, it's a no-go. Cancer. Yeah, cancer, meat. That's what. So many questions on that. Where I see cancer being mostly a cause or problematic, should I say, it's mostly in the transformed meat, like those slices of meats that you put in your sandwich and you bring for to work because of nitrates in them. But as we know of today, a lot of changes are being made in that, and the nitrates are being used from the celery, so making it a little bit more naturalizing it and getting away from that. And the biggest question is, Jean, why are you concentrating so much on protein and muscles and that? Why is your focus so much on that? How do I answer that? Because I think protein is the most important factor in the nourishment that I try to follow and keep up with in my diet. Well, my own personal way of eating. Why? Well, let me start. 1 pound of muscles. Let me put it down here so at least you'll follow on this. 1 pound of muscles will require 60 calories in a day to burn off. So it's like a little heater inside. It needs that. It needs that perfect balanced meal, but in calories, it will require 60 calories. You're going to tell yourself, that's not much. Don't look at it one day. Look at it long term if you maintain that pound of muscle. A week's 420 calories. A year's 22,000, almost 21,900 calories. How many pounds is that? It's like 6 to 7 pounds of muscles, weight that you're burning off. So sitting on the couch, maintaining your muscles, eating properly, moving like you usually do your weekly routine. You're not gaining any muscles, you're not losing any. You're still losing about 6 to 7 pounds a year. Is that worth it? That little extra 5 pounds that you can't lose? There you go, 1 pound of muscle. Now, let's turn it to 12 pounds. I remember when I went to do exercise in the gym a little few years back, one of the trainee guys told me, goes, it'll be a miracle if you could reach 12 pounds of muscle during that year, because he goes, even the athletes have a trouble reaching that. I could understand why today, and still some guys in the gym, when they train you, they just show you the thing, workout for you, but they don't go into food. They miss the most important part, the food, your nutrition. But anyways, within 11 months, I gained that 12 pounds of muscle. Of 12 pounds, you take 12 pounds and you take a look at the amount of calories it takes to burn off, that it needs to burn off in a year if you maintain that 12 pounds. That's 262,800 calories, so 263,000 calories. What does that amount to? 70 to 75 pounds of you doing your normal routine and just maintaining that a year. That's a lot. So you could increase your calorie intake. Doesn't mean you have to eat bad, but you still could eat a lot more. It's just to give you an idea. And that's only a very small reason why I consider protein so important. You take a look, 12 pounds today, that's not true anymore. If you take that training guy, can't remember, but he trained that last Tomb Raider movie. She's 5'2". She played in Terminator 2, that Terminator movie also. She's 5'2". She's averagely built, but still pretty muscle. She went to see that same guy that trained Batman for his film and Superman. And she's 5'2" and gained 12 pounds of muscles within 3 months because this guy really fed her what he feeds all his people that he trains. So with proper nutrition, the correct training, see how the body could do it. 5'2". Imagine somebody 6 feet like me at 180 pounds, how much I could take. Imagine somebody who's 230, 6'3", 6'4", how much muscles he could make. So 12 pounds was just a number, and these guys had little knowledge at that time, but they didn't have the food portion to include. To come back to that, let's take a normal average male, okay? Has about 32 to 39% of his body is muscle mass, okay? Therefore, for me, muscle mass at 39% would equal to about 70 pounds of muscle if I'm 180 pounds. By the time I'm 60, that's what I am now, we're supposed to have lost from 30 to 40% of our muscle mass. Isn't that disgusting? That means for me, I would lose about 21 pounds and it would be replaced by what? Fat. There's no way that's going to happen. And with the caliper test, did on myself, had done, I lost 2 pounds. Let me give you an example. Take out these elastics over here that I have. You want to think, you know which straw this belongs to. Don't have to say its name. These are muscle fibers, okay? This is your backbone, the straw, and it pulls. Don't forget, it pulls on each side. And it keeps on pulling, and it keeps on pulling. What do you think is going to happen on both sides? If your backbone's not strong enough. Now add 12 pounds of muscles all over your back muscles, everything. A lot more fibers, keep on pulling. The body's intelligent. It's going to say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, hold on a sec. First of all, thicken your backbone muscle. You know what osteoporosis is? Is the bone starts to decalcify itself. It becomes with a lot of empty spots and becomes less dense. First of all, take care of that. And then it's going to grow and make your backbone stronger. Doesn't take much, but still. So what does that do? You got 3 choices. Don't work out. Wait till you get a little bit older. You lose muscle mass, lose bone density, and then your osteoporosis will settle in. Second is a bit what I do. If you want to stay stable, keep the muscle mass that you have 3 times a week or every 2 days. Do your normal training, exercise, challenge those muscles a bit, and maintain that muscle mass and eat the right protein. Third is when I was young. Yeah, if you want to gain muscle, then you need to challenge them. You need to challenge those muscles by increasing your weights all the time, making them heavier and heavier and heavier, and doing what they all say is go to failure. Meaning if you're going to do 3 sets of 10, make sure that you put heavy enough on the 3rd set that you can't reach 10. You only reach about 7 or 8, and you can't do anymore. That's what it's called, going to failure. But at 50 and over, 60, you don't do that anymore. And if you look at all the, the weight trainers and all these guys, for the common people like us, Those we're not like the Rambos and everything, every other super trainees out there. We don't do that anymore. Why? One main reason: calcium. Not because we're missing some, but calcium. And I will explain that in a further video when I cover magnesium, calcium, vitamin D's, and all that. That's my only reason. Said and explained by a specialist of one of our best hospitals here in Montreal, SHRM. Explained why we shouldn't do that or go to failure and push ourselves all the way. Moving forward, advanced bionutritional facts, okay? Let's just cover that really quickly because some of them says this protein shake as good as meat. Well, actually, when you're eating meat, poultry, fish, only 32% of that portion is going to be taken from there to build our muscles, repair them. In a protein shake, depending on the quality, could range from anywhere from 17 to about 30%. And other protein sources like spirulina, that green stuff, the plants from the ocean, you're going to be able to convert only 1 to 5% and use it as building muscles from there. So it's not much. That's why you don't see it much on the market being used. A lot of vegetarian people think it's great. Yeah, it's good. It's a good source of protein, but for muscle building or anything like that, it's not well known for that. Not saying that it's bad, but it's not made for that. It's not the right solution. So you're gonna ask me, what is the right solution? What is the right amount mix of amino acids? Well, I have these previous videos that tell you a complete amino acid profile is important to fix and repair everything in our body. I don't move from that. It stays on that way. How do you calculate the right amount of protein? How do these people do to calculate the right amount of protein that we need to take every day? Okay, that was I was going to tell myself, how am I going to put this question and make it as simple as possible? I'm going to insert another molecule in there. Remember my water videos? Hydrogen, oxygen, one oxygen, two hydrogen creates a water molecule. Then there's carbon, which we're mostly made of too. And then I'm going to introduce nitrogen, as you could see from just thrown in there. It's all about nitrogen balance and how that affects your body. In order to gain muscle, all you need is to have a positive nitrogen balance in your body, with obviously a combination of hydrogen, oxygen, and the right carbon, which comes from protein, carbohydrates, fats, and all. Okay, so how did they calculate this nitrogen balance? Well, protein is a micronutrient which mostly contains the nitrogen molecule. There's a certain amount of nitrogen molecules, okay, that is lost or you put away from your urine, okay, you throw away, and they need to test in a 24-hour period. Okay, how much nitrogen did he take in everything that he took, his food and protein and everything? How much nitrogen did he get rid of in his urine? Okay, this much. Is he in an excess or a positive nitrogen balance? If he is what you call an anabolism, which means muscle growth. You could create and build your muscles and repair them. If you lost more nitrogen, you're in a negative nitrogen balance. You are in what we call a catabolism. Basically, you're eating your muscles and you're not creating them. If you maintain your muscle, that means you have the right amount of nitrogen in it, but not enough to create and not enough to start eating out your muscles. You're in an equilibrium. Okay, so basically this is how they came up to the result of between 0.8 grams to 1.2 grams of protein intake during your day per kilogram of your body. So you weigh 80 kilograms, you take 80 grams. You're over 50, multiplied by 1.2, and that is your result. So, guys, I hope you like my video. Answered most of all your questions. That's all the time I have. More come my way. I will create another video and answer them. But yeah, check out, if you haven't already, how much protein do we need per day, and my other protein videos before this, which I'll refer. I believe it's on the left-hand side of my screen. You'll see it appear. And guys, if you like this, please share. Share it with somebody that talks about protein all the time, and you see this doesn't correspond from him. You see him taking 2 grams or 3 grams, and he thinks it's all right. Basically, it's not. You have to be a super athlete to take over 2 grams of protein and more every day. All right? So people, have yourself a great day.